Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
Andrew McCart, IFLTV, always delighted, privileged, honoured to be speaking with you, William Nelson. How are you?
You. That's better.
What's that?
You.
How are you, my friend? You good?
I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Thank you for letting me come into the gym, because I tell you what, that spar between those two young men was absolutely fantastic to watch. It was just skill set, power, whatever you want to throw at it. Both men showed what they're about, and I enjoyed every second of it. But again, Sean Noakes, Lewis Crocker, two great young men.
Well, very much so. I watched Sean in his last fight, and I was super impressed in my living room. And I turned around to a good lady and I says, "I'm bringing that guy up to spar Lewis Crocker." I says, because he'll be ideal for this next fight. He's tough, he punches, he's got a good skill set, and I'm very thankful to both him and Mickey for coming up, and they'll be coming up for a few weeks after this as well.
Again, like you said, perfect sparring partner for Lewis going into this fight, because he's fighting Conah Walker, who is a game, come forward, sort of likes to have a dash, if you want to say, fighter, but so does Lewis.
Listen, it's gonna be a good fight, but in my perfect honest opinion, Conah Walker's a cracking wee guy, right? I had the pleasure of meeting him down in Wolverhampton when I was down there with Martin Bakole. But in my opinion, this is a world-class fighter with world-class power against a good domestic fighter. You know, with the fullest of respect, he's got a number 5 ranking, which is fantastic. But I would be struggling to put him in the top 5 in Britain. So I think he's in a world of trouble. I know he's in a world of trouble.
So what can we expect then?
Well, Crocker will win this fight by stoppage. 100%. 100%.
Obviously, you know, see, when I speak to you and you've got your fighters, you like to promote your fighters, big your fighters up and give them every praise and where you believe they can go. You've said it about Martin Bakole, you've said it about Ricky Burns when you had him. How far can that man go over there, Lewis Crocker?
Well, I told you Martin Bakole would be a world champion, he's number 1. Told you Ricky Burns would be a world champion, he's a 3-weight world champion. I'm telling you, that man over there will be the world champion.
Tough division to do it in?
Of course, they're all tough divisions, Andy. They're all tough divisions.
Super light flyweight maybe. If I can get down to like 7 stone, I'd smoke everyone down there.
I know. Right, let's get back to reality.
147. Yes, it is a tough division. They're all hard divisions, but the one, like I said to you, that 147 pound. If you look at the box rec, a number of fighters in that division compared to other divisions, the welterweight to sort of super middleweight, those divisions have got thousands of fighters and hundreds of good fighters as well. So it is a tough. But I tell you what, like I said to you, his ranking's good and he's climbing them rankings, so he's there.
Oh, definitely, he's going to be number 5 after this fight here, and I believe that maybe one more fight. I think it's well documented who it could be against. We'll win that. I think that'll be I actually think that'll be another comprehensive knockout victory, and then hopefully it's a world title fight.
Do you care who that world title fight's against? Obviously, with Crawford moving up, but do you have somebody in mind, or is it just whoever they put in front of you?
See, when you get fighting for a world title, you'll fight anybody, and that man is more than capable of fighting any man on the planet now.
Listen, I shouldn't really say it, but I do like the way Lewis approaches the game, the way he fights. Do you know what I mean? The way he doesn't give a fighter a second to breathe, a second to think. He's always on your chest. He's throwing big bombs. He's going to be exciting. And when you do get these 12-round fights, these World Championship fights, it's going to be exciting times for you and Lewis come maybe big in the 2025.
He's an exciting. I mean, he's a fighter that I would pay good money to go and watch. He's my kind of fighter. Love his style, but his attitude in the gym is second to none. I mean, he works his nuts off in the gym, so he deserves everything that he gets. You know what I mean?
Just away from sort of Lewis, you do have a good young stable coming through. You do have young fighters like Luke Bibby, who I've seen, who's down in Liverpool right now, sparring, helping Josh Taylor out for his fight. Great experience for young Luke.
Fantastic, great for his development. Joe McInally's over the moon with him. I know he's got other good fighters down there with him, and I think Luke done 7 rounds and 5 rounds, so that can only be good for his development. You know, he's a 2-fight novice as a pro, fighting a week on Friday. All good for him, and he's jumping at his skin, and learning. Most importantly, learning at the same time.
the long-awaited debut for Sean Lazarini must be frustrating times for him, because I've seen on his Instagram he just posted literally about maybe an hour before I came to the gym here. He's got an injury, so unfortunately he will not be fighting next week, next Friday. Yeah, can you just let us know what's happened there?
It's just a wee hand injury again. My heart sweats for him, because if it wasn't for bad luck, he'd have nail up. You know, between his medicals and now injuries. I mean, I think this was his third debut date, and they've all been cancelled for one reason or another. But hey, he'll go and see a specialist, see what's occurring in the hand, and then we'll just have to take it for there.
And our favourite subject, the man we've been talking about for the best part of 7 years, big Martin Bakole. Again, the fight on, fight here, fight there. What's happening with him?
Well, we get severely messed about for the final eliminator against Cassius Chaney. I've read that he's fighting Michael Hunter, so he's pulled out the fight with Martin, obviously, and there's going to be something for Martin, something much bigger, and it will get announced in due course.
Announced when? Give me some.
I've no idea. Again, that's up to the promoter. It could be soon. I think it could be very soon.
Am I going to? Me personally, am I going to be excited about this fight?
Everybody will be excited about this fight. Everybody. It's a top fight.
Speaking about Michael Hunter, now I've done an interview with Michael. He had some choice words for you that you will never ever rematch him and stuff like that, and the fans are calling for that rematch. You've probably seen on Instagram and Twitter, Billy, that fight. Sam Jones mentioned it as well. Get redemption, get that rematch, and settle that score with Michael Hunter. Where do you sit on this?
See, this is why Sam's never had a champion of any description. We're number one in the world. We were going to fight for a final eliminator. Why would we fight somebody who initially, when the fight was made, was unranked? He's now got a ranking. He's now fighting Cassius Chaney. We will fight Michael Hunter again at some stage. When we want to fight him, we win the world title. That's our priority. He's number one in the world. He'll fight a big fight during the summer, and that will lead to a world title fight. And when we win that, Hunter will be in the top 5 or 6 in the rankings, and he's there for a voluntary defence. Or Michael knows the truth. Michael Hunter's team have never came to me and said, there's an offer for a fight to fight Michael Hunter. Never ever. No, ask him that question. Why have you never made if you're that desperate to fight us, make us an offer. They've never ever made an offer. He's been offered the fight twice, knocked it back twice. We've been offered the fight once and we knocked it back because we only had 4 weeks' notice. I have too much respect for Michael Hunter as a fighter to take the fight in 4 weeks' notice. That's why we never took it. Plain and simple. There's two ways to get out of a fight. Say no or outprice yourself. We never outpriced ourselves. We just said no because there's not enough time to prepare, because I respect him that much as a fighter. But there's no problem Martin Bakole fighting Michael Hunter. None whatsoever. He got Martin on his worst possible night. And as I've said many times, it shouldn't have been in the ring that night because of circumstances. But he did. We've learnt a valuable lesson. Look at what he's done from that fight to now, and then make your assessment on him.
Talk about Martin Bakole becoming a world champion. You need them belts to become vacant. Now, me and you love boxing. We've been boxing fans for a long time, and we are going to be tuning in next Saturday for the big one, Usyk versus Tyson Fury. Now that fight, whoever wins, I'm guessing the IBF's going to become vacant. I think the WBA is next in line for their mandatory, so that might become vacant as well. It won't be?
That'll be in October. And the rematch.
So they'll still hold on to that belt for the rematch?
I'd imagine so.
Right. I thought they might call that, and then that become vacant as well.
If they do, Martin will be a world champion before then, because neither of them are going to fight him because they've got bigger fish to fry. Commercially. No, physically.
Martin's a big man. So next weekend then, Fury Usyk. I know you've been down at Morecambe, you've seen Tyson Fury train, you've seen what he's like in the gym, you've seen him fight numerous occasions, you've also seen Oleksandr Usyk, and you're a man that says his opinion. You don't hold back. So I'm going to ask you, who wins that one?
Well, for long and weary, I've said Fury will stop him. I've not been in Usyk's camp because he doesn't allow coaches to be in the camp, but I know what Martin's done in the camp. And if Martin can do it, I'm pretty sure Tyson could do it.
I'm guessing you're elaborating to, because of stories, sparring stories, Bakole dropped Usyk and Spar. Is that what you're elaborating to or insinuating?
That's exactly what I said. Martin did drop him. Nobody wants to believe it, but he's not going to tell it. He's not going to tell the incident on national TV if it's a whopper, is he? Let's be honest. I mean, come on. How much a donut do you think people are? It happened. Whether people like it or not, it happened. And as I've said previously, people talk about he's weak to the body. He's only weak to the body if you land correctly and set the correct traps. And if you've not got the skill set to do that, then you won't have the success that Martin had with him. But I believe Fury has got that skill set.
You must enjoy the heavyweight division right now, because it seems like every time there's a fight out in Saudi and the landscape keeps changing, whether it be Parker beating Wilder, whether it be Ngannou doing well against Fury, whether it be Dubois beating Jarrell Miller. It's an exciting time to be in this division, and it's exciting for Martin to finally get this big fight that you're talking about. If he wins that, or when he wins that, because you're going to give me... You'll look at me quite funny if I say if. When he wins that, yeah, it's going to be fun times going into the end of 2024.
I hate the heavyweight division. Too many people say we'll fight anybody. They don't. Honestly, I could embarrass 15, 20 guys that have said no to the fight. Even ask Spencer Brown. There's the man. Ask Spencer Brown how many people have said no to fight Martin Bakole. It's a shocker. It's shocking. And it's frustrating as well. But, so when he gets his opportunity, he has to grasp it with both hands, and I'm pretty sure he will.
Big fight for Martin Bakole next year, you're saying, so we'll look out for that announcement, and no doubt my skinny little ass would be back in this chair giving you an interview.
Oh, your ass, I wouldn't say skinny.
William, as always, I would shake your head, but I'm covered in deep heat, but you've put that deep heat all over me. Right, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Cheers, man.
Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.